Hello and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for this Elddis Avante 585. This is the 5 berth model. We haven't had many of them in yet, so hence the handover video being brand new today. Just going to go around the outside as I normally do, and then we shall go inside and take stock of what we've got. So, highline brake light, so at the back here, highline brake light, light clusters, so these are for your brakes, indicators, reversing lights and running lights. The corner steadies down at the bottom, and an area for your number plate, and obviously the most important thing is Wiltshire Caravan sign. Coming around to the offside, okay, first thing we get to is the ever popular toilet area, most important part of the caravan, some say. So I have left this, unlocked it. Whether I can get this with one hand or not, I don't know. So I might have to do that separately. Bear with me a second. Okay, so we've got the standard Thetford cassette, the usual, shall we say, with these vans. Again, this is where I'm only trying to use one hand to make it interesting. It slides out. You'll know when it needs emptying because the light in the toilet area comes on to show it needs emptying. So this goes forward, lid comes off, and then lean forward, press this button up here, and that will let everything flow out, shall we say. So you'll then want to rinse out, so slide that back, open that, so at that point you can rinse that out, then just close it up again, swish it around and repeat the process. Okay. You'll want to fill up with blue or green, whatever you use these days. The cap itself does have measurements on it to see how much you want to use. You just read the diagram. Oh, sorry. Read the instructions on the whatever your preferred make, and just goes in as it comes out, straight in, and then that clips down in there. Okay. You will notice there's no area around here for the pink rinse. There's the water for the toilet, just comes straight off your standard water supply. Okay, so we've then got the your waste outlets for the 2 sinks and the shower. A couple of bits of pipe into the waste master or other means of removing the waste. Just a heat exhaust port there. Wheels, alloy wheels. Okay, so these are all torqued to 130 Newton meters. That's the nuts, rather than so very important. And the tyre pressure is also extremely important on a caravan. I'll show you on the near side where you can find all that information. This one's fitted with a power touch manual engaged motor mover. There is a separate video for that. So next to the battery box. I will have to unlock this. Here's this. Reassuringly tight, shall we say. So, very big 110 AH battery there. That's the electric hookup. Also, this is the isolator for the motor mover. It's positioned there, so you cannot engage the motor mover while you are plugged in. That is a good thing. Okay. Next to the water. I need to go and get the pump, so bear with me. Okay, to the water system. So it's the whale system, and the way this works. The pump, I'll show you the pump there. If I can get far enough away distance wise, yeah. That part just slides in. And clips down. So that part just clips down. That way the water pump is in securely. This part, the electric part, goes into the water butt, and happy days. There's a little clip there just so you can put your pipe in, just so you don't drop it on the floor when you're refilling your aquaroll. Okay, round to the front. It's the usual 3 windows, big sunroof at the top, gas locker door. It is unlocked, so just to show you inside. Room for 2 bottles. There's the water pump and the electric lead that comes with the caravan. Also comes with a leg winder and a wheel brace. It comes with the ATC. I'm just going this side. So it runs on the Alco chassis, and the ATC is Alco trailer control. There is a sensor on the chassis, so if the caravan does ever start to move about at all in transit, it dabs the brakes on just to stabilise everything. So keeps it nice and safe. Hopefully the only time you ever notice it is if you're going over a speed hump or something like that. You'll feel the caravan go a little bit heavy for a second or two. Right, this is also fitted with an outside barbecue point with a little Gemini clip that you would need a couple of meters of hose, but that's a little warning in there saying please don't use it in an awning. Absolutely true. Don't use no live flames in an awning, please. Okay, this is just a storage locker underneath the under the front bench. As I was saying earlier, the information, right? So this is the weight plate. It's got on here the CRIS number, the maximum plated weight for this caravan, also the mass in running order. So the mass in running order is an empty caravan with just the gas bottle in. Maximum plated weight is the most this caravan is allowed to be. Tyre size, tyre pressure, 65 psi. Pretty high, but that's what it needs. And the wheel bolt torque. So the spare wheel, which is underslung, is 102 Newton meters. The alloys are torqued up to 130 Newton meters, and it is recommended that this is done every trip. Okay. So just walking back to show you a couple more things. That's the freezer vent and the fridge vent. Also got up here the awning light. That's where your aerial is up there. But now we're going to go inside. We'll have a quick scoot around, and then I will do a little bit more in depth, show you how things work. So come on inside. So the front lounge area, and the unique thing about the 585, it has been done before, a rear lounge as well. Both of these sides go into double beds. Also, you can turn this one into a bunk, hence it being a 5-berth. And the bathroom's on the side, so a nice big shower, toilet area. Horrible picture in there, that'll be me. Apologies to anyone who's scared easily. Big cupboard, fridge, etc. But I'll go through in more depth now. Okay, so inside the caravan, the control panel, everything you need to do to get started is on your left hand side as you walk in. As you can see, it's the whale system here. First button, that's your master switch. You hear that? The water pump was on. So make sure you turn that off. Came on because I've got that pump in there. Okay. Second switch, it's quite difficult to do this angle, is the lights. There are individual lights here as well, lots of. Light switches all over the place. We'll go through those. Well, it's half the fun of getting the caravan is going through those. And this one is the awning light. So master switch, main lights, awning light. So this control panel, the well control panel. The first one, that button is for the heating. So how warm do you want it? You've got a choice of 3.3 amps, 6.5 amps or 13 amps. Now 3.3 is okay once the temperature is up, that may maintain it. If it gets cold you might still need to go to 6.5. 6.5 is my recommendation of where to go. At most times, if you do have plenty of power available to you, you can also try 13 amps, but at most sites have only got 10 amps max anyway. So 6.5 is pretty much where I would be most of the time. Then once you're up to temperature, you can turn it down to 3.3. The temperature itself, very simple touchscreen. It's a very simple system. Can't really go particularly wrong with it. You can have a nighttime mode. You can set it for a nighttime mode. You can set it for frost setting. Again, that's how you use it. It's entirely up to you. It's just you can amend those as you wish. This button here is the main menu button on this particular control panel. Press that and it'll go back. So I've got the heating on now. Hot water is the next one. So the choices are 3.3, frost-free or eco. Well, I'm not going to put anything on because we don't have any water in here at the moment, but I would suggest just go on to 3.3, press eco as well, and then you'll have plenty of hot water for 95% of the time. If you do need to turn it up at any stage, you can boost it by pressing 6.5 amps or the gas, so you can boost on gas or electric or both, and that will boost for 15 minutes. Okay, back again. Oh, what I didn't mean to do, sorry, I didn't show you. You can, in the summer, just to have air circulating around the caravan, press the fan. That means the fan will just circulate air at the temperature it is at the moment. Very simple. So hot heat of the room, of the caravan, hot water. That's for the water pump, as I showed you at the beginning by accident. So to turn the water pump on, you can hear it whirring. It's only whirring away because there's no water in there. If there's water in the butt, it's not quite so noisy. I've got settings here for the time. You can set what the time is, and this is just showing how much power is available to us at the moment. 13.5 volts. Well, that's not surprising because we are plugged into the electrics. But if you keep the menu button pressed, you get to some setup options: room timer, water timer, set the clock, or other options. Other options being the main supply, how much you've got available. You can, if you've only got 10 amps, put it into 10 amps, and then that's all it will attempt to use. Screen off after 3 minutes. Brightness, beep on or off, flashing light, and main supply again. So turn that up because we are on full. But that is really very, very simple, and that's as simple as it is. There is a manual for it, and of course you can always give us a call on 01373 752 100 if you have any questions about that. But whilst we've been talking about the water, very, very important, particularly winterizing, is to make sure you drain down any water that might be in the hot water tank or in the pipes. And I'll show you where the drain down valve is just now. It's actually under this bench, but I will have to make some quick arrangements to move the cushions, so I'll be with you shortly. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking about there, but the drain down tap's not there. It's not under this bench at all. It's under the sink. So under the sink, see there, a big yellow tap? That yellow tap, if you move it a quarter of a turn, that will close down the drain down, so water will be able to come into the caravan. Keep it open though, just to make sure there's nothing in there. Also, when you're doing the draining down, keep your taps open, but do remember to close the yellow tap and your other taps when you're about to put water through the system. Okay. There's also a gas isolator if you're running the heating on gas, because that is an option on the heating. You can run it on gas. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much the water side of things. The rest of the stuff in here is pretty standard caravan stuff, thankfully. So up in this cupboard here, so we've got the radio, TV antenna to retune your TV whenever you move. Undo that, lift the shaft, turn it around to the same direction everyone else has got theirs, and retune your TV for TV reception. This particular one's got a MaxView Wi-Fi system in it. The customer has requested that. So I say the stereo, and it is a stereo, it's only got 2 speakers at the front. At the front we also have this drawer here, well, these drawers, sorry. There's the microwave dish. You've also got a nice table that lifts up. Try and give some perspective. I'll be going in and out like a yo-yo, so sorry about that. This also comes out, slats for the bed to make it a very large double bed. Just cover space again. Another one I did notice with this van, it's got a solar panel fitted. That's a solar charge unit. Don't have to worry about that. Light switches and 2 30-volt sockets. We've got power sockets in the corner as well. Also over here, down here, power socket, 12-volt socket and your TV point. Microwave on top of in that cupboard here is the microwave isolator switch. Mixer tap. Be very aware that you can't change the temperature of the hot water in the boiler. If you just go straight to hot, that is very, very hot. So make sure you use the mixer part of the tap wisely, shall we say. Cooker, got Thetford cooker. It's got an electric hob and 3 gas burners, separate grill and oven. The electric part is over here. Be careful with these if you've got the lid down. The gas won't obviously light with the lid down, but the electric hob may still come on. They do, however, underneath the oven have a plug, which is not plugged in at the moment. Oh, we can't really see anything here. A plug to plug in for the electric hob. It is a safety feature so that you don't turn the hob on if the glass top is down. We have had people, unfortunately, have had tops shatter because this has been knocked by accident. There's your spark for the gas. But yeah, nice sized oven and grill. Talking of nice size, fridge, tall fridge. Turn the power on. There's this one here. Okay. It's currently on electric, so to change the mode, so it can run on the battery, the car battery, not the leisure battery. So that's as long as the fridge is cold and you plug this into the car, it will maintain a temperature. It will not cool it down from the start, it maintains the temperature. You can change it to gas. Well, we don't have the gas connected at the moment, again, hence the beeping. Change it to electric, so it'll just stay on the electric. My favourite though is go on to auto, so it will go on to electric when we're plugged in, and then when we're leaving site, as soon as we plug the car in, it will go over to the back of the car alternator. So that's a nice handy thing as well. Changing temperature, literally the thermometer, as simple as that. So the fridge itself, a couple of little catches. Nice size fridge. Enough ice for your gin and tonics. Oh, that's gone. Oh dear, disaster has struck. The battery's gone on my gimbal. Excuse the expression. Yeah, as I was saying, freezer, nice size. It's got plenty of ice or ice creams, whatever you want in there. Alright, we're just going through now. It's going to get likely to get a bit shaky because the gimbal's not working now. into the bathroom. Like I say, nice size shower. A little catch here to stop the shower door from swinging around. Here's the light that shines when you need to empty the toilet. I suggest just before wine o'clock, at least then you're alright for the evening. There's the flush. Nothing happening at the moment because I've got no water connected, so hence that's not happening. Nothing going on there. To the back, rear lounge, and light switch down here. So light switch there. Nice L-shaped lounge, which does turn into a double bed by pulling that out. There's also storage under here, TV points under here. Wires would come up there. You can have a privacy curtain, but lots of space. Big wardrobe. It's got the ladder, the mattress, and the other parts for the bed, making up the bed. But generally, yeah, first time I've seen the Avante 585. Very nice. So if any of you have any questions or are interested in this, please do give us a call on 01373 752 100, and we'll be happy to help with anything you need. Thanks for your time.